Okay, cool. Let's not start it too weird. And action. So here we go. Straight to the desk. Now, this person, who we're talking to, Miss Ashley, talking to Lisa. Okay, Lisa tells me some very distinct things. I love her personality. She's very upbeat. My favorite thing about her is her laugh, and I can hear it from her. She seems to kind of have a young soul vibe, but she shows me she passes something medical. Hold on. I feel like she shows me with this medical thing that it's a back and forth. Maybe we're back and forth from the hospital treating this, or we are back and forth on whatever this, like maybe we keep getting sick and back and forth. So there's some sort of push-pull when I dive into the medical aspect of it. It's some sort of back and forth that I'm feeling. She also shows me, I can like hear her laugh. So like even though you can't hear it, you can almost like imagine a laugh. How do you imagine a laugh? You see her going, ha 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 ha, and it's that strong voice. You can almost remember the laugh. It's not really laughing, it's the echo of it. Okay, sorry. She also says we have her jewelry in honor of her memory. Okay. She says we have jewelry in honor of her memory. We have an item of clothing in honor of her memory. She said she's like a mother figure, cannot determine her age though. She kind of feels like grandma energy, but she's got that young soul, that youthful like laugh. So, and then this medical thing, let's see what you've got first. She also says she has a hard time breathing toward the end. It's almost like labored or okay, and then you said, yes, it's mom, and she has me feeling this. Oh, my buttons work now. Thank you, Mom. Appreciate you. She has me feeling that there's this back and forth, and right when I connect to you, she's like, oh my gosh, like maybe there was a sign or symptom, or there's something in this back and forth, or I won't say it's partial responsibility, but let's say you have a symptom and you don't do anything about it right away, you know? Ashley says she injured her knee in the summer and multiple appointments over months and had knee surgery and then got a blood clot from the surgery. And then she even told us down here, and you'll see it all written out on your YouTube video, but she told us that she had this, whatever this medical thing was, it was a back and forth and back and forth. Honestly, these readings are very incredible today. Thank you guys for being here, and whoever's getting a reading today, it's an amazing day for this. And she talks about this back and forth. So and then and then when I was like, let me get your take before I go too deeply here. She talks about she drew a handful of pills, which almost talks about as something you treat or something you do along the way, something you know about, and then having like symptoms that catch up with you. Okay, well that makes sense. Back and forth between knee surgery and doctor's appointments pending knee surgery, and then after the knee surgery is complete, we end up getting a blood clot from the knee surgery. Of all things, of all invisible battles to fight, you know? So that is wild. She also, I love that we get some comments here about birthdays. She says she truly loves how you're choosing to honor her memory. I think you do something every year, like on her birthday, or it's the right ornament on the tree, or it's the right ritual to honor her on a regular basis. Ashley says she died on my birthday. And then I, because of whatever she was saying about this birthday thing, I'm like, I love these comments about this birthday. So there's something with birthdays. Oh, thank you. I made these dream catchers. And I'm like, there's something with these birthdays. Ashley, she died on your birthday. And then how could she have possibly come back and validated that if that's not what we were talking about? If that's not who we're talking to, how could she have possibly come back and validated that? And I love that perfectly timed comment where that one person's like, I just have to give you this piece of information. And I'm like, Speaking of that random comment, here's the next best fact. So that is amazing, okay? That's amazing. And someone says, I've been in tears this whole time. Good gracious. Just let it out. That's how you know the healing's happening. You know, not many creators could you sit and have to just cry through a live stream, but if you're streaming with me, that's probably exactly what's happening. So make sure you reach up and hit the follow button. Okay, Ashley says, does she have any messages for me? I feel like she's been visiting recently a lot. Yeah, she says that you're really intuitive, and where you go to get navigation from her is your internal universe. So realistically, it's instead of saying, Mom, what do I do next? Okay, we say, what would my higher self do? Because you, I know it's a big concept, but you 5 years from now, you've tapped into Mom's energy. You're learning the more higher bird's eye view perspective. You can see it all from there, right? So you 5 years from now, what would you do? What would your higher self do? That person already connected to Mom. Okay, so it's one of those fake it till you make it. We're going to lead with our higher self. Mom, what do I do? What would your higher self do? Your higher self in your situation wouldn't keep tolerating what you're tolerating because you can be your own person, and if you're a part of a family, you have to be a working gear. And everybody has to be a working gear, and you're going to have to when you're going to have to be, it's not always 50-50. Sometimes you got to be 70 when someone's 30, right? And you know that, and you're so good at that, okay? So as far as your perspective, the me is great. And if the we is also great, you have balance, okay? So what I'm trying to say here is you having to completely be somebody else's gear is a self-sacrifice. Think of all of the other areas in which an even flow of you feeling happy and even flow. Think of how beautiful of a system you could have running here. Okay, so unconditional love is not the same as unconditional tolerance. You would never just be a broken gear, would you? So how about we ask our higher selves, if we were fast forward 5 years, what would it look like? And that's your message. You guys want big messages? Bazinga, there's big messages, okay?